Okay, who better to do the commentary on the Fight Night final than the two people in the final? I'm Luke, and this is Tony. Say hi, Tony.
Hey guys.
And so the background of this is we managed to fight our way through the final. Tony beat me in qualifications 3-0.
Yeah.
And so this was, you know, then we fought each other again in the final. And so here's me discovering how high the ceiling is.
Yeah.
With the bounce off the ceiling. Classic first point to Tony there. I think this is a really fun, one of my favourite points, or one of my favourite moments of the whole fight.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring it away too early.
Okay.
But we do this quite fun attack.
Yeah.
And then there's this, one of my favourite kind of attacks is this.
Oh.
But look at that recovery. Look at that recovery.
The old club bounce.
And I didn't see it because I had my back, and I'm like, that was my point, was it? And I didn't understand. And then, so Tony knocked me out.
I could just see the confusion in your eyes.
And so I turned around and I'm just like, what's going on here? And I'm like, that was mine. And you were like, oh, it was a bounce.
And then
so I put a replay in here. So this replay is going to come up here.
Yeah.
So what we see is it just going straight down, straight up. You grab it.
Yeah. Me and Luke practiced that for hours before the tournament.
that was quite big. So anyway, in the end, that was my point because Tony cheated by trying to take that. So it's 1-1 at this point, I guess.
Yeah.
The final video will have the scores down here in the bottom corners.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're going at each other.
Giving some high fives there, and
that's what we do. These high throws. And then I think, steal the club.
Classic club steal.
Club steal there. Pretty good. Tony takes a drink of his beer. Okay.
Are we commentating in real life? Too?
Yeah. I'm commentating.
Luke gestures to the screen.
To the screen as Tony knocks the club out of my hand. What are you on there? Is that? I think that's what, like 2-2 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tony, I've never played combat with Tony. I think this is your first fight night. Is that right?
Yeah. This is my first fight night.
You've obviously played quite a bit of combat before, and it really helps if you're really, really good at juggling. And it turns out Tony's actually pretty shit hot at this stuff.
I've been juggling a little while.
Yeah.
We're pretty solid. There's lots of attacks.
Oh, look at that. Oh, and here he goes. Tony has to show off a clean sweep away, and of course he has to go for the clean finish.
Yeah.
And he has to do it in the most impressive way possible. Here's a quick replay. You didn't really need to fall down on your back. I think you were hammering that up.
That was a little comedy fall that I've been working on.
So is it now like 3-2 or something?
Yeah.
Actually, I shouldn't say the scores because this was weird because I played this one back and I couldn't see what happened.
Yeah.
How did two clubs go? One went in one direction and one went in the other.
I don't know, man.
Anyway, 3-3.
I think there's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Something weird's going on.
And I think this one that I kept on. This is actually a very small kind of fight night arena. Earlier on in the night, Tony went and trod on a small child in the front row. Is that right? I actually nearly killed a small child. You made a small child cry.
Yeah.
And look at this kid in the foreground. Here we go. Okay, that was a pretty clean hit there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some of these kids around, and Juliana, who was filming as well, she actually trod on a small child's hand, and then that was early on in the fight.
I mean, I think everyone kind of hurt a kid that night, so we can't.
This is actually, we both dropped here. There was another point where
you see my little devil stick?
Yeah, but there's another point where we both dropped. I edited it out because it was really long, and then we both dropped at the end of that. Well, that's not getting in the final video.
Yeah.
So what are we up to now? I haven't lost track of the score,
I don't know,
but it was we never got more than one ahead.
Close,
it was always like I was like one ahead of you, and then I caught up. No, then you caught up, and then you were. Oh, this is the cool thing.
The classic club pinch.
Yes, I almost got this. Now that would have been fantastic. This would have been a fantastic thing if you'd have actually then just properly juggled, but kind of just gave me that point.
Kind of just fell into a mat there.
Yeah. And the clubs, someone holding the club up here, they're keeping track of the score there. Yeah. So I think we're pretty equal now.
Yeah.
Again, I can't remember exactly what the score is. I didn't put the score on yet. But it did get up to, as you can see, there was another stupid attack and stupid drop.
Yeah.
So what are we up to here? Is this a 5-5 at this point?
Yeah,
I think
maybe
5-5.
This might be the last point.
No, I don't think because people started clapping at the last point a lot more than this. I think we kind of gave away actually. It's a very close game all the way to the end here. So sometimes you've just got to do a good attack, and sometimes I just get sick of waiting for someone to attack, and you just got to.
I think that was a quint.
A quintuple spin at head height.
Yeah.
So this is a match point, tournament point. It's 6-5. Match point and tournament point. And this would have been really clever of me.
Bringing in all the heat.
But watch that. Did you see that? The clubs collided and my club just happened to collide directly down. And that was at match point, and Tony just took it from me. Here it is. So the clubs go up, throw the club up, they clap, and it just goes straight. It's like it went straight into Tony's hand. He didn't even have to reach out and grab it. Straight into his hand. And there we go. Match point. We haven't given away who's won yet.
6-6.
6-6. This was crazy.
We're going
for it.
Going all in.
All in. And Tony's attacking me, and I'm kind of just
throwing
like...
clubs at the ceiling.
Yeah. And then Tony, he just drops.
Right through the hands.
And I was just like, oh, that was it. And normally if someone does a bad drop, you kind of go, oh, yeah, like I would drop as well, you know, be a gentleman. But not at 6-6 in the final when you beat...
Stakes are too high.
Stakes are too high. 250 points this tournament was worth. Even though, actually, it was really big, like 26 players, you know, that's actually a big tournament.
Yeah,
you know, 12 people in the main
Solid
draw.
tournament.
Really good. So that's it. Thanks, Tony.
Yes.
There you go. Thanks.
Cool.